when I tell you market crash, it was like within a couple days. Like it was done. Back then, we didn't know it was going to be as bad as it was. It was like, all right, we'll just ride it out because we've been through it. 9/11, even Y2K, like all these weird things that happen in our industry would shut you down for a couple months, but then you would rebound. It was about a year to where I'm paying everything out of my pocket. The receptionist, our overhead, our leases on our different locations. And it just drained me. And I was like, you know what, I'm done. And that's kind of why I use it in my coaching today and like trying to help people is like, I've been there and I've gotten it taken away and I've been to the top and to the bottom multiple times in my life. Like, I can help you get to where you need to be. And it's nothing I read in a book or went to a class. Everything that I deal with is all stuff that I've done through in my life.
Speaking of organic, welcome Jason on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Man, I fucked up. I'm just going to say it right now. My wife, she was busy doing her thing and probably didn't hear the door. He's at the door. I'm finishing a podcast and I hit him up. He's like, dude, I've been there for 30 minutes. I'm like, fuck.
I already left. I was like, oh, my OCD's kicking in. I got to go.
I was like, dang, dude. So we're going to make sure that we step it up extra special for you now, man. I'm going to make sure.
Good.
Hell yeah. So 20 plus years, right, in real estate?
Yep.
You're right. You're on the title side. So typically, a lot of real estate professionals on our show here, some mortgage, and then you'd be considered a wild card.
Yeah.
Just because title, title companies out there, if you all know, right? It's like ever since the crash, 2008, shit shifted. Like there was no more like, oh, let me take you out to a game. Let's do this. Let's do that. Like a lot of shit shifted, and that's where I feel like the tool that you have is so powerful. And we'll talk about that today and give them a little bit of an understanding. We could even cast things on the screen. I mean, you guys want live demos now?
I didn't even bring my laptop or anything.
You're good, man. You're good. We got tech. We're good. So what was the catalyst? What were you doing before real estate? Why'd you get into real estate?
Oh man, it was an accident. I did 6 years in the Marine Corps, got out.
Okay. Thanks for your service.
And I was doing construction for like 2 years. My family owned a title company, so we're doing title. And then, while I was doing that, my wife got a job as a mortgage loan officer assistant.
Okay.
We're like 22 years old, like whatever.
Yeah.
And then like within a year, she started doing loans, and I'm like looking at her paycheck, and I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, what am I doing, right? And she got so busy at the point, she's like, hey man, I need some help. So I started doing some loans.
Yeah.
And within about a year, I was like, you know what? I'm walking away from this construction because I was doing both at the same time.
Got it. Yeah.
And once I came on board, our business just kind of blew up to where we were doing a ton of business. And then we just got the opportunity to open our own brokerage. So back in the day,
let's go.
I could hire anybody, right?
Yeah.
Because I had the license. So, I mean, every friend, every family member was a loan officer for us. Man, at one time, I think we're up to like 75 loan officers. And we're like 23, 24 years old.
Hustling, bro.
Killing it. The money's coming in. We had like a good 10-year run. And then 2008, 2009, when the market crashed, it was like when the door kind of shut in our face.
Fuck.
And it was like, okay, maybe this was a God thing, right?
Yeah.
Because I was that 20-year-old kid, going out to the club, spending the money, like doing all the dumb stuff. And all the typical stuff you're supposed to do as a dumb kid, right?
I mean, you're young, dumb, full of cum.
And, the market crashed. And it was literally, when I tell you market crashed, it was like within a couple days. Like it was done.
Oh my God.
And back then, we didn't know it was going to be as bad as it was. It was like, all right, we'll just ride it out. Because we've been through it, 9/11, even Y2K, like all these weird things that happen in our industry would shut you down for a couple months, but then you would rebound.
Yeah.
And it was about a year to where I'm paying everything out of my pocket. The receptionist, our overhead, our leases on our different locations. And it just drained me. And I was like, you know what, I'm done. So I walked away from it. My wife stayed in. And like 6 months later, we were just like, let's just close it. Like, we're done. So it's one of those, and that's kind of why I use it in my coaching today and like trying to help people is like, I've been there and I've gotten it taken away. And I've been to the top and to the bottom multiple times in my life. Like, I can help you get to where you need to be.
I love that.
So,
I love that.
And it's nothing I read in a book or went to a class. Everything that I deal with is all stuff that I've done through in my life. So
hard knocks, bro.
A little bit different, man.
Let's go. Hard knocks.
Yeah.
Let's go. One of those.
Yeah. But I mean, it's, so I went corporate America for a couple of years and it was funny because I was chasing that paycheck, right? Because I had a lot of money, then I didn't have money, and like my whole mentality was to make that money, right? So I do this corporate job for a couple of years, and it was okay, but I would have dreams about being in the industry, and I'm like, man, that's a sign. Because when we closed, we both agreed like we're never doing this business again because it was ugly, right? I mean, I lost everything: houses, cars, money. Wow. Seeing our kids go through this, and I had. I hate to say it, but people in our industry, like they were committing suicide and just divorces. I mean, it was ugly. And I don't want to wish that on anybody.
Yeah.
So I get a phone call one day from my old wholesale rep, and he's like, "Hey man, you ever thought about getting into title?" And at the time, I kind of laughed at him. I'm like, "Bro, like title, like, come on, you know who I am. Like, title's way down here, bro. Like, because I used to have title reps hit me up every day, and I'm like, no, dude, I'm good. Yeah. And he's like, dude, just come talk. And so I went and met with the company, talked to them, and they rolled out the game plan. I'm like, dude, this is easy. Like, you got to go talk to people and help them grow their business. Like that, let's do it.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, they were calling me for like 3 or 4 years, and I just kept blowing them off. And I'm like, man, if I would have started 5 years ago, but that's another life lesson. You know what I mean? Like,
we've been calling you for 3 years, bro.
Yeah. So we did that, and we had a good run with this. And then in COVID 2020, I was basically a sales rep that built my own sales team, and we were just crushing it. And at the time, I'm like, man, we've been working from home, me and my whole team, for like a year. Never heard from the company, never heard from anybody. Like, wow, what are we doing? Like, there's got to be something better out there. So we were going to go start our own title company. And if you've ever looked into doing that, it's a lot.
I can imagine.
You could do it. It's a lot of liability.
Okay.
And, you know, by the grace of God, we connected with one of our partners at First Integrity, and we just met with them, and here we are. It's been 5 years now, and been great, man. Like, so I went from like a local mom and pop title company to a national title company.
Wow.
Where now I'm flying everywhere, helping everybody. And so it's been fun, man.
Congratulations, man.
It's not really work. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, when you love what you're doing, you know, and then you have the flexibility. So it's like, all right, yeah, I'll go to Gilbert, Arizona and jump on a podcast if this fucking prick answers a damn door. No. So I swear I'm not that flaky. No, the team schedules everything, and sometimes it gets too close. So we need to work on some of our scheduling systems, because it's supposed to be at least a 15-minute grace period. And when it's back to back, it's, you know.
I was just getting eaten up by those mosquitoes, dude.
I'm
taking off.
Mosquitoes are the worst,
How do we
bro.
get rid of them? We've never had them before.
Oh, in your area too?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like, I was out working on my truck the other night. I'm like, I can't do this. Like, I'm getting bit up.
Dude, I was working on the damn bumper on Sunday, and I was head to toe covered in just long sleeve shit. And then my neighbor comes over. She's like, try these stickers, like little kid stickers. Try these stickers. They might work. And I have like panda bear over here and a little sticker over here and shit. But I don't know. I think, you know, especially with the rain that we just had. So if y'all know right now, time frame, when we recorded October 29th. And so this is just like a week and a half ago. We had a crazy storm, lots of rain. I think that also brought him up as well. And typically I feel like there's like a couple weeks to maybe a month at the most we see him, but after it goes from like hot to cold.
I've never seen them like this, though. It's
not like this.
I blame it on the government shutdown, man. There's no chemtrails or anything killing them off.
What the fuck, dude? What's going on here? But yeah, dude, the mosquitoes are real freaking deal. Yeah. So now going from that side to then going into what you're doing now. So the transition, so they give you a budget. So when you're flying and you're going to different locations, and like, do you have a territory so you're responsible for? Or
no, I mean, it's the good thing with our ownership and my partners is like, if there's business to go get it, go get it. You know? Okay. I mean, there's a couple states that we're not in just because doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But I mean, refinances were in 48 states. Purchase business were like in 25, 30. So
let's go.
We're just concentrating on the ones that are working. So
you like to go, like, do you like to travel places or like build business, like places that you just want to like travel or go to or like?
Well, the good thing is in our business, it's not hard to be a good title rep.
Yeah.
So if I hate to say that, but
we're just keeping it real, dude.
Like real business
unleashed, bro. We're just going fucking straight up.
I mean, I just know my skill set when I bring to the table. So when I get to meet people, they're like, let's do it, man. So
that's cool.
So I'll travel. We've been traveling back and forth to Tennessee the last year.
Okay.
We made it a goal of ours, you know, like a year ago to get a second house somewhere, and that way we can kind of just get away. So we've been doing that, and every time I'm out there, you know, I just get on social and be like, hey guys, I'm in Nashville.
Nice.
Blah, blah, blah. Let's hang out. And I've met a couple agents out there that put me in different rooms.
Nice.
That put me in a room in Texas, Florida. We're in Mexico now.
Let's go.
Nevada. So it's been working well.
That's super cool. I can relate to that as well, because like we build these relationships on the sponsor side. The sponsor, Real Estate First Technologies, Liftoff Agent, and we're in these different locations just because of referral partners, and then we're in these coaching platforms, and then next you know we're like, all right, we're in all these different states. Yeah, which is also cool too, because then it's like you fly somewhere, you go there, and you're like, all right, let's go see some of the partners or some of our clients or what have you, and you know that type of thing, which is really cool. So do you have multiple houses? Then you have one out there here as well.
Yeah, I do.
Nice.
I mean, my goal is I want to build on some land out there.
Okay.
I'm turning into a redneck every time I go back there, man. I just got a diesel 2500 AT4.
I seen that. Congratulations.
Like, a year ago, I had a Urus. I'm like, who the hell am I? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Growing out the mullet, like I'm just living life, man. Like,
dude, that's
you know what
sick.
I mean? Like, I've had the same haircut for like 30 years out of the military, so it's always been the high fade, and I just stopped getting haircuts for like a month, and I'm like, what's going on here? I kind of like it, right? I mean, you're the guy that has got the style, right? So I'm like, it is who. I mean, own it.
Own that shit, dude. Dude, I love that. I love that. Yeah, I was like, it's funny. I was like, California, and my niece, I'm like, oh, you want to help me dye my hair? Because before it was my wife's ex-wife. And so she, obviously ex-wife, right? She's not around anymore. And so I was like, fuck it. I'm going to see if my niece can do it. She left me hanging. So I was like, oh, man. So I came back, and literally I was just like, I got the dye, box dye, bleached that shit, and then got the blue, and then I did it, and then I just kind of parted it, and I did the center with the blue. It turned out great. Came out in the living room, and I'm like, what do you think? The girls, they loved it. So I'm like, all right.
Have fun with it.
The Mr. Liftoff Halloween costume coming to a store near you. I love that. So what got you into like cars and that type of world?
I mean, cars have always been my weakness. Only just, I mean, I kind of break it down to like my childhood. Like there was times when my family we didn't even have cars. My parents took the city bus to work. So I get that story where, I mean, I never want to talk about like childhood and stuff, but that who I am today is the reason why I went through all that. Right.
Yeah.
So I was a knucklehead in school, you know, I have daddy issues. Like me and my dad never got along.
Yeah.
And I held that in for years, man. Until you get to a point where you're like, why am I holding this in? Like, he did the best he could. Who he was is what he was, and move on, right?
Yes.
So,
amen.
You know, no judgment, but it just one of those things is I grew up not to be like him.
Yeah.
And over time, it's like, man, I am him. You know what I mean? So now this is my time to be like, maybe I should change the ways, because my dad was a big drinker. Okay. Like always angry, always fights. It was toxic household, you know what I mean? Yeah. But it is, I mean, I almost think like in our generation, like that was normal. Yeah. You know
a lot of that shit, yeah.
And you're just used to it. But now it's like, man, like I quit drinking like a year ago, almost about 300 days ago, matter of fact, 301.
I saw your post yesterday, bro. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go.
Just, I mean, I wasn't a big like guy that drinks a lot. I was really never that bad, but like nothing bad ever happened. I was just a fun guy. Yeah. But over a while, you just get wore out, man. And I'm old, man. So it's like, I got to change my ways. Then I turned 50, and if people that haven't turned 50 yet, just wait. Because as soon as you turn 50, all you think about is death. Like,
are you serious?
You're like, man, like my life's halfway over. Where am I at? Like, I got to start making changes. And then my kids are old now. I got 3 grandkids, and I was like, man, I want to be a better representation of what I grew up with. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah,
and it's fun. So they wear me out. I babysat the grandkids on Friday. I had them for a couple hours, and I was beat, man. I'm like, I'm old. And it's funny because I have friends that are my age that are just now having kids, and I'm like, how are you gonna do it? Like, it's more power to you.
It's a lot, dude. It's a lot. Yeah, and the alcohol thing, it's like it makes you tired, dude. It makes you tired.
Well, that's the thing. You just get so used to it, especially in our industry. I mean, there's a happy hour on Tuesday, happy hour on Thursday, and then we'll go to dinner on Friday.
Pick one.
Yeah, and it's just, and I'm the type of guy, like, if I get it, I didn't drink for like a drink. If I drink, we're drinking. You know what I mean? Like, and after like 3 or 4, I turn into a gremlin, and it's like, who knows where this night's gonna go?
Oh,
you know what I mean? And it's a typical where you wake up the next day and you're like, man, what am I doing? And I've done this roller coaster for my whole life. Like, I'll drink, and then I won't drink, and I'll drink, and it's like, it's just kind of to the point, like, man, I'm 50, just turned 51. I'm old, like I said, like I'm done with it. Like,
I mean, you're still you got a lot of energy. You're still hustling like crazy. You're still fucking hip, bro. You know, and it's like, I don't know. With everything changing today, I feel like the 50 is like the new 40. Like, you know, with technology and food and all the things, biohacking.
If you want to live to 100, you can. You know, what I mean? Like, it's there. You just
there.
So
yeah,
I'm just making changes, man. Like, I'm the only male left at this age group. I mean, I've got a couple nephews, but like my dad passed away at 59. My grandfather passed away and is like 54. Never met him. He passed away before. So
God bless.
I'm breaking that chain. You know what I mean?
Let's go.
We're doing it. So life changes, and my thing is like, I want to help people, man. Like, not even with the booze, but like in life, man.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to make it, because what I see now, especially in our industry, is there's more people struggling and there's more people like killing it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And what's the missing link? Yep. And that's where I'm trying to get to the bottom line. Is like, let's fix that.
Dude, I'm right there with you, bro. I'm right there with you. And
sad.
It's sad. And that's one reason why I got in the industry, because I was like banging my head against the wall. I wanted to serve someone, I don't know, and I found fucking this boutique brokerage. And I was like, okay, cool. Jay Rockcliffe, Bay Area, California, started making calls, 250 agents. And I started to find this commonality. I was like, oh shit, there's something here. They want to be different from their colleagues. They want the same support from top producer real estate professional. They want to be able to be heard and be able to have more success and be able to grow. And I think that it's a lot of favoritism. Like when someone's already at the top, everyone wants like on titles, like, oh, let's go with the top performer. Let's, hey, where's that top 250 within the county? And like, let's target those top first because they're going to bring you a lot of deals. But then it's like the people at the bottom that need a lot of the help. But there's something to be said too, and with all due respect, why 90% of the business is done by the top 10% of those real estate professionals. And I think that a lot of these agents get in maybe for the wrong reasons, whether it's a stay-at-home mom, like I literally just met and we just had one who is more of like a stay-at-home mom. She does real estate part-time. She says, who knows? The sport mom in me wants to go freaking all out. But on the other end, I want to be there for my son's flag football game.
Yeah.
Fantastic, right? So, you out there who's listening and viewing, like, where do you want to go?
But even with that, you could still be the stay-at-home mom and do your sporting events and still be a top producer.
Dude, 100%.
It's there.
100%.
It's just there. Like, and that's, I took it personal. Like I meet with people and I try to help them and they just follow, if you just follow the blueprint.
Yep.
And there's not a lot of stuff that you really have to do. And I think that's the biggest problem is people are so confused on what's out there. And it's like, just pick one.
Yes.
Let's pick one and just run with it. And then we'll work on to two.
Yes.
But they go to these networking classes and like the big events. And when they leave there, they got 10 pages of notes. And as soon as they leave, they just put the book away. And it's like, all right.
What do you think? What do you think? Why? Like, why do you think they don't have that?
It's them, man. You either have it or you don't. And if you don't have it, you got to get it. No different me. I've been through it. There was probably about 3 years ago, I took it personal because I was meeting with all these agents and you kind of get sucked into that negativity. Like, oh, the market's bad. The rate's this. And to me, I've been in this business. I don't care what the rate is.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, I come from that lending background. Like I never talked about rate. I talked about the situation, how we can help you. So it's, I just think it's education. And the good thing about now is like, get on YouTube, man, or all the resources are there. Just go do it.
Yes.
Back in my time, there was, aging myself, like we didn't even have cell phones. We didn't have internet. You had to go out there and get it. So, you hear it. Well, door knocking doesn't work. It works. Postcards don't work. It works. Open houses don't work. Everything works. You just got to do it.
You got to work it.
Right.
Yeah, 100%. So. Yeah, I think, and to add to what you're saying there, it's interesting, but a lot of it's like mindset. I feel like it's mindset.
It's 100% mindset.
Yeah, and it's like, why? Like, if it's like Monopoly. If you look around, there's Monopoly pieces and shit, and I got the one over there. It's like, if your circle doesn't inspire, you don't have a circle of a cage. And it's like so many people out there like forget, like, you're here. The likelihood of you being born is like crazy odds. So why the fuck aren't you here to like maximize and just enjoy this shit to the fullest? Yeah. Like, hello, from cars to traveling to having a family to philanthropy, whatever it is that you want to do, like do that shit.
Yeah. The thing is there's just so many excuses out there. And for me, it's like you have the choice to live a great life or a not so great life. It all boils down to you. Like, what you got to do. For me, it's like, it's 3:00 on a Friday and I want to go home and I'm thinking about it. Well, then I think about like all the employees that we have that are depending on me to bring the business in the door. I'm thinking about a wife at home that's depending on me to be the person that I am. Then I've got kids, I got grandkids. If you think about everyone that's depending on you, why are you going home at 3:00?
Yeah. And
if you plan your day right and your week right and you're kind of dialed in, there's nothing wrong with leaving at 3:00.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, we'll leverage, right?
And there was like, I hate to say it online, but there was, there was probably 4 or 5 years where I didn't work a Friday because I didn't need to.
Yeah.
For one, if I was meeting with agents, chances are they're canceling because they're so
open houses, wishy-washy. Yeah.
Or the worst is, Friday morning, hey, can you give me some work with you? I'm doing an open house today. It's already too late. Like, do it next week. Like,
yeah, sorry.
It's just little things like that.
Not going to happen. Yep. But no, yeah. I feel like I hear you loud and clear. And I feel like depending on like the team, the leverage, the SOPs, your KPIs, like life by design, you could pick however kind of, there was Rich, he's out in San Diego. He's an influencer and he does boutique hotels. And he says he only freaking does like Monday through Wednesday work schedule. And he takes off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, not to like not work, but it gives him time to work on the business instead of in the business. And so like, if you want to do that shit, like totally fine. You got to find, whatever it is, like is your balance. What do you think like gives you that extra like drive, like why the cars, why the money, why the other house, why have a farm and fucking, and get a 250 diesel and do all, like, why? Like,
I mean, short answer is because I can.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Like,
ooh.
And I would tell everybody, like, you see these guys with the cars and stuff like that, but like, it's all mindset too, because you chase this dream. And I mean, a year ago, 2 years ago, I bought a Lamborghini Urus.
Let's go.
Every kid growing up had the white Countach poster on their wall, right? So it was a goal of mine. I turned 50. I'm like, I'm getting a Lambo. That excitement was gone within 3 weeks.
Wow. So you got it, enjoyed it. And
I had it for like 6 months, sold it, made money on it. And I'm like, because once I had it, then I'm looking back like, who am I? Because then you reverse roles. Like, my parents never had a car. Here I am driving a Lambo. Like, who the hell am I? You know what I mean?
You got a house on wheels, bro.
Right. And then once you get it, you're like, really, like, it's just a car, dude. Like,
yeah.
And I forget, like, when our market crashed and I had nothing, I was driving like a 96 T100 Toyota because I paid cash for it. And it was like, how did I get here? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's all reflection on yourself, man. Like, at the end of the day, I always tell everybody, like, no one is going to change unless you change yourself. You can go to all these workshops, read books, mindset.
Yep.
I mean, I just had a conversation with myself, man. Like, dude, like, I know what I bring. I just got to get out there and let people more of what I do. And that's why I'm doing the podcast. So, because to be honest with you, I hate social media.
I mean, you've been pushing hard on social media lately, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I had to, because I see
you everywhere.
Clients, and I'm teaching them, like, do it. If I'm an agent and I'm a realtor or lender or whatever, like, I'm all over social media.
Yeah.
But I've always had it in my mind, like, as a title rep, like, nobody cares. You know what I mean? But I've got clients reaching out to me like, dude, like, we just met for like 2 hours. Like, if that was on social, that's what people need to see. So I just, I've been preaching it for 20 years, social media maybe 10 years, but I was like, you know what, I'm just going to start doing it because I'm not a fan of it, because I see it and I know the people in real life and I see them on social and I'm like, dude, that's not even you. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. Who the fuck?
And I see that the people in our industry following these guys on social media. Well, I pull their production. The people that you see on social media that are killing it, their production's not where you think it is.
Nope.
And that's my biggest conversation. Do you want to be an influencer or do you want to sell real estate?
Yep.
Because you can't do both.
Nope.
And you got to pick the one. I mean, you can in a certain extent, but like, do you want to be an instant, like, do you want 100,000 followers and no money in your pocket, or do you want 100,000 in your pocket? Like,
that's exactly where people, like, y'all have to understand, they're making money off you.
Yep.
Right? These agents.
Why do you think every real estate agent is a coach now?
Yes, the coaches, the courses, all that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, one of my friends, and we don't talk as much, but Wolfpack, Mike Sherrard, he's big in Canada, right? He's like 3,800, maybe 4,000 agents on downline. He's sending me over like, making 100,000 this month, whatever, off his downline. Then he has the courses, and then he's doing all this stuff. And then that's what's, kind of affecting us in a sense, where you have these agents that are supposed to be agents. Then next thing you know, they have marketing agencies and they're fucking influencers. Yeah. And I have to say, it's, one end, it frustrates me because I've never transacted. I'm not a real estate agent. I'm an investor, did the fix and flip, Airbnb, stuff like that, but I've never been licensed. And I don't really preach what I sow because I have brand ambassadors that preach what we sow. I don't need to be the guy who does it all. I don't need to transact and fucking do this shit that I'm preaching because I'm the CEO of my organization. I'm mentoring and teaching my team and staff and meeting every single one once a month and being their mentor. And then I'm, now partnering with you and we're doing our events. Mm-hmm. And so for me, it's just like, you see these guys and these gals, and with all due respect, do your thing. It's just like agents want to just listen to other agents.
Right.
More than they want to listen to someone like, okay, cool, you met 16,000 agents, you've been in the business for 11 years, whatever, you serve 500 agents a month. Big fucking deal. Yeah. I'm going to go follow fucking, whoever, because, they've done whatever, 50 transactions in 12 months. Now they don't transact anymore, but, they gave you a course and now you're going to follow the course and do what they're going to say and whatever.
Yeah.
It's frustrating.
It's a weird industry. And like, I think our industry is the only industry that's like that. Now it's like my own personalities, like the cringe videos that I see. It's like, before it was the TikTok dances and now it's like, how cringy can we make it?
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking like, the only one that's liking this and laughing at it are other agents. Like, none of your clients are liking that.
That's why they do the courses.
And it's like, man, if my agent was doing these corny videos, like I would fire that agent right then and there. Like, that's why you don't see on social media, but the top producers, the ones that are actually killing it, you don't see them on social media. They don't have to be.
Nope.
They're the true professionals, and that's who's really dominating right now.
Well, those are the ones that you see, like, and whatever, all due respect, I'm gonna throw out some names. You got like Levi Lastic and Travis are in Texas, right? Living in Dallas, Texas, passive prospecting. We're in their coaching course. They send us a lot of referrals. Levi Lastic, he doesn't have a lot of fucking he doesn't have a lot of views. Like he has some and he's doing all right, but he has a lot of production and he has his team and he has his YouTube channel. He's funneling his deals to his clients. And the smart agents like him, and this could be you as well, they leverage a company like Liftoff Agent that sponsors Real Estate First Technology, and they say, hey, like, how does this work? Oh, we are a referral partnership program. Okay, cool. How does that work? Okay, 7 to 20% referral fee. You get the money from say the startup cost, and then we work with like channel junkies, like Jesse and Jackson. We've already built them 5 sites for free. You know what I'm saying? It's $2,500 a pop. So the smart ones are like, I'm going to keep transacting. I'm going to keep growing my thing. And then I'm going to let a company that specializes and focuses on specifically what we do, passive prospecting, building your foundation, brand identity, website, social, and then leverage that more so than like building your own course and your own stuff. Because you're right. A lot of these agents have only other agents following them.
Yeah.
They're not getting a lot of buyers and sellers.
And that's why we kind of hit it. I mean, what I respect your grind is I saw you probably maybe a year and a half ago.
Okay.
And I'm like, damn, this dude's like all out in our industry and he's not even really like in our industry. You know what I mean? Like,
no,
you're doing the exact same thing I'm doing.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Kind of. I'm like, way better. Like your systems are like way better than mine. You know
you're too kind. Appreciate you.
But that's why, I mean, I respect the hustle. We met at an event and I was like, damn, that's the dude I see on social media all the time. And I'm like, so that's how you know social works.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I'm not here to bag social media, but if you're going to do it, like, stay away from the cringe. You know what I mean?
Honestly, I don't really care too much about like I went viral on a few videos and I don't want that. You see what goes viral. It's the controversial shit. It's playing off what the media is talking about. It's not rocket science, right? And so for me, I rather get less views with more impact instead of getting more views with less impact.
Right.
And so if you know, like I met my wife off Instagram. If I wasn't the same online, offline, my wife would have been like, nah, this guy's a joke. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, but you could tell and you could test it. Like I'm no different than you see me in person or online. I just use online to then save me time. So I could be here with you and have shit going on.
But going back to that, like who you are online is who you are in real person.
Yeah.
You see these guys on social media and it's like you meet them in person and it's like, and it's funny. I mean, I can name off 10 people that I know on social media that are big time influencers, but you get them in the room and they can't even carry on a conversation.
Nope. There's no script.
No. And it's like, man, this is crazy. And it's, what I love about it, like, I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. I'm just putting out there who I am. Like, you're either going to like me or you're not, and that's okay.
Amen.
But I'm not changing who I am.
100%.
So it's like, I'm here.
Yeah. And I think the one thing
and I've got the results. Like, results don't lie. Like, you want to see my closing ratio. You want to see what my team's doing, the numbers that we're putting up. I mean, we're doing 4,000 escrows a month. Like, we're doing something right.
That's huge. What I mean?
So it's like, we're happy with that.
Dude, 100%. Let's go. And I think the biggest thing that connects us is the fact that like the hustle mentality, you know what I'm saying? Like I saw you, you saw me, and it's just like, and it was funny because I was already kind of putting it out there without putting it out there. Like I want to partner with title. I want to partner with mortgage. I want to partner with others that I can do events, lunch and learns, whatever. And then boom, like we seen each other. We already seen each other on social, and then boom, it happened organically. Because as soon as you put that thought vibration out there of something that you want to achieve, car, house, spouse, whatever, traveling, then you can make it happen. And so that's what is such a blessing. It's such a blessing.
And it's like I said, there's respect for the hustle, man. And more down to that, you're here to help people. You know what I mean? And you don't see a lot of us out there that are truly, there's no hidden agenda with me. Yes, I'm going to make money. Yes, we're going to get your escrows. But at the end of the day, like I'm helping your life.
Yep.
Because I live a good life and I want everyone to live a good life. And it's like, it's there. So I don't know.
Dude, I'm right there with you, bro. There are so many people, and FYI, just fact check the people that you're following. Even like you heard what happened, what's going on with Ty Lopez. Like he bought all like the Radio Shacks and all the fucking companies that were like basically going bankrupt. And now he's freaking facing what, $112 million Ponzi scheme. Yeah. Last night he was on a live and I was watching it for like 2.2 seconds and I got off and I'm like, how much is this guy worth just to kind of get like 60 million? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, only 60 million? And then you look at someone like Mark Zuckerberg or someone who's actually like crushing it in the game. And a lot of these influencers, that's what they do. They just play off of like the cars, the ice, check out my ice, bro, and all this stuff. But then behind the scenes, it's just like, what's really going on? What's really going on is like, It's a front. And then they're making money off the people thinking that, and that's where for me, like all my personal stuff, the Mr. Liftoff shit, that's all me.
Yeah.
No one touches that. No one edits that. I have no team behind that. I don't have a course. I'm not selling shit. Nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just do it because I care and I want to put out different ideologies and philosophies because after Liftoff hits 15,000 clients across the country and I hit my goal of like $300 million transaction or like I want to go through an acquisition, $300 million, I want to sell it eventually in the future. Like once that happens, like what's next? Well, I got the Liftoff experience. I got the Mr. Liftoff brand. I can go and do more with that. Hence why I'm also looking at doing Project Entrepreneur again. I filmed my whole life for 3 years, put it on YouTube. Like my daughter's birth, getting proposed, everything's on there until I got to Arizona. And then about 5 years ago, I stopped because I was focusing just scale on one thing. So I want to resurrect that. I'm talking to Dakota. He was on the Liftoff experience and have something else I could do where I don't need to have you buy a course or anything and be able to still serve and show up and support. So I love that about you, man.
Well, that's the word you just said, serve. Like we're serving our community, man. And it's, you don't see a lot of us out there that are really here to serve. It's more of like, you know, I call them the takers. Like, let's get rid of the takers in this industry and like concentrate on the real people.
Because honestly, if you're a company out there and you're watching this and you just want to serve real estate agents because it's low hanging fruit, you think, and it's easy money,
no,
stop and get out.
Yeah. I have a couple sales reps you can talk to. They'll tell you like it's rough.
It is rough. It is rough. Like literally, you know, and I honestly, like I met an agent yesterday and this is just like a case point scenario. You know, she came in, referral, Dylan Liu. She's a real estate agent. She is in, where's she at? She's like Midwest. And I'll think about where she's at here in a second. And so she was like, oh, reaching out about a guide or something like that. I'm like, a guide? I'm like, well, yeah, we could do a guide. It's $500, but like, that's not how it works. And then I just kind of like breeze through it because I'm like, I don't want to waste my time. I'm just keep this simple. Yeah. And then she's like, no, I want to know about everything. And she's like, can you slow down a little bit? Like, I'm like, okay, cool. I'll slow down, give her an extra 30 minutes. I went through everything. Next thing you know, we're talking about like the website, the map, the guide. She already has a YouTube channel. She's going to hire this coach and she just, the funnel's off. She's not driving people to the right location. Not everyone's going to call, text, and email you from YouTube. You got to have like somewhere to bring them so they can get more information, go down a rabbit hole, and then they'll be like, oh shit, like, okay, cool. I download your guide. I watched some more videos, and then boom, they're on your calendar. And so we went from the $500 guide to a $3,600 site and a same day close, which in 60 minutes. And then she sent me a text message today. She asked me a question, and I told her, text me. If you have any questions, I got you. She already set a meeting with Smith. She wants to know like who on YouTube could she follow that has really good CTAs to maximize what we're talking about. And after our conversation right now in the podcast, I'm going to reach out to Smith, get a couple of those people, send it over to her. And like that was a proof case scenario. It's like, yeah, cool. End of the month. We're going to come on to this. We're closing our biggest month of the history of the company this month, which is awesome. Super grateful for that. And I didn't even have that in the back of my mind. Like, oh, I want this extra cash to close out the month more. I was like, I really want to be of service. And then let's see if she can understand that, like she said, she wants to take off November. Okay, cool. You want to take off November? Well, get ahead on your filming content, get the website done, and then use the automation system process stuff, which we're going to talk about here at our next event. And we'll tell you about that at the end of our podcast today. And then let that automation work for you. And I can already imagine that for you. And then she doesn't show very much emotion, but I got a little smile. Yeah. And she was like, okay, cool. Yeah, let's do it. You know? And then it felt better because of that. And then the icing on the cake, the cherry on the top was the extra cash flow, you know, and then taking my family out to dinner last night to celebrate, like, it felt good.
Yeah, it's all good.
All the way around, dude.
Yeah. And that's what life's all about, man. Like,
yeah.
If you're going to do something and not, like, why would you have a job or a career where you absolutely hate?
Yeah.
You know, change it. I mean, I did that for a while. Like I said, when I lost my business and had to go corporate America.
Yeah.
It was.
What job was that?
I don't even want to talk about it, man. Like,
I'm just curious. Like, what did you do?
It was a company called Centos, great company, Fortune 500.
Okay.
But it's one of those things to where it's a lot of hours, a lot of work, and you look at like what you're doing, and it's like, it's okay. I mean, it's a great company. I mean, they gave me an opportunity because that was the thing. Like when the market crashed, I couldn't get a job.
Oh shit!
I went on like 30 interviews. Like, dude, you were making 7 figures last year. You're going to take this job making 60 grand a year. I'm like, yeah, I do. And they're like, no, we're not going to hire because as soon as this market turns around, you're leaving. And it got so. I mean, remember it was the day that Michael Jackson died. I think it was like June 2009.
I remember that shit.
I'm at the gym and
I'm at the gym too. I remember that shit.
I was like, damn, Michael Jackson just died. That's crazy. And then ran into a friend of mine. I'm like, dude, can you give me a job at your company? Because he's working at Centos. And they were like, well, let me see what we can do. So I went through an interview, and I'm like, dude, just give me a job, man. I'll show you what I can do.
Yeah.
And I remember he's a good friend of mine now. And he's like, dude, if you can give me 3 years guaranteed, like, I'll get you a job.
No shit.
I'm like, I'll take it. And, you know, it was like the lowest position in there. And, you know, within a couple of years, I'm in management, I'm in sales, and, you know, making decent money, but it just wasn't my passion, man.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, all right, I got to get out of here.
Yeah, 100%.
Shout out to Centos, man. Great company.
Let's go. No, I think, you know, it's cool too, because like it's unleashed. So it's like a little bit deeper, kind of understand. Because, you know, I feel like what I love about podcasts and what I love about how I navigate the podcast is like, let's open up the hood. Let's go a little bit deeper. Let's find out a little bit more, because, you know, if you're watching the show and now you've been on for, you know, over 30 minutes, almost 40 minutes now, like you're obviously invested, right? And so when they then follow you or follow me or what have you, then they have a little more context, right? Because, you know, you buy from someone you know, like, and trust.
100%.
Right?
Yep.
And it's a transfer of energy. It's like you're on a call and you're like, you get off the call and you're like, man, I'm fucking fired up now, right? Or you get off a call and you're like, I need a fucking nap or a 5-hour energy.
I mean,
like,
you know, in the first 5 seconds when you're meeting somebody, you know what I mean? And
oh,
it's
yeah.
like, you know, and it's, you know, I did a video a couple weeks ago. You know, when I usually do a presentation or a class, there's 20, 30, 40, 50 people in a room, 300, 400. But we did a class a couple weeks ago and there's 4 people. And I'm like, and I can tell the trend, like in the last 6 months, agents aren't going to classes anymore.
Yeah.
They'd rather just do a Zoom. And to me, it's like, get dressed, get out of the house, change who you are, like get in front of other people, feel that energy.
Yes.
And there was 4 people and I'm like, man, like what's going on here? So I read the room and I'm like, I'm giving it all, man. Like I gave all my energy, did my whole deal. It was like a 2-hour class. And at the end of it, they were all jazzed up. And
let's go.
You know, one of the guys in there has a partner in Seattle that owns a brokerage.
Okay.
Now I'm going to be meeting with him. You know,
let's go.
But if I would have looked at, you know, in the past, like, oh, the room wasn't full. So I don't care if it's 1 person or 300 people, like get in front of the rooms, get out of the house, get off of Zooms, go meet people, have relationships, make communication.
Yeah.
And that's what life's all about.
It takes 1 anyways.
That's it.
You don't even need 50 or 100 or 200, just 1. And I've been to, you know, events that have like 5,000 and events that have like 200 to 400. And honestly, the 200 to 400 events are more intimate.
Oh, for sure.
And there's way more connection than going to a 5,000 person event. And the 5,000 person event's great. And the person who's put on the event, stroke your ego, cool, you made a bunch of money. But really, how impactful is it for the actual people that are there?
Right.
And it was funny because when we saw each other at the expo event for We Serve, 9/11, supporting the heroes, what have you, like we did like, all right, cool. We're going to do like a bunch of free shit, spin the wheel. You basically, you know, set up a strategy call. We had like 38 strategy calls got booked that day, right? Nice. So 38 strategy calls because you had to book a strategy call to spin the wheel to be able to get free shit. I mean, we're doing like $25 to $50 gift cards. We're giving away media kits. We're giving away fucking wireless headphones. Like we're giving away.
That's dangerous at a real estate conference, man. They're gonna.
We're giving away good shit, right? And free headshots.
Yeah,
dude. How many agents I met, they're like, I'm not ready for a headshot. Why are you getting out of the house?
Yep.
Not ready, like you're ready to freaking go and do a presentation that's going to dictate the rest of your life. Like that is absolutely absurd. Like that to me makes me feel like, why? Like, what are you doing? Like, okay, cool, it's a Sunday, whatever. Okay, cool, you're already worth $100 million and you're doing philanthropy and you've already made it. So cool, whatever. Like, you're going to dress down a little bit because you see a lot of those like millionaires that like you would never know. But if you're like struggling and you're trying to make it and you're like, you know, not on it, it's like, what are you doing?
It's just that self-confidence.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, when I, you know, and it goes through phases in our industry. Like when I first started, it was shirt and tie. And then it was like the jeans with the button up. And then, you know, I don't know when it started, but now it's like sneakers. I mean, I probably have 30 black shirts. I wear a black shirt every single day.
Yeah.
I just don't trust myself wearing any other color because if I spill something, my tisms are going to kick in and it's just going to ruin my day. So when you see my content, like, damn, he's wearing that same black shirt. No, I got like 30 of them. Like,
yeah. It's easy for me. It's easy. It's the vibe.
Yeah. I mean, you're a flashy dude. So I know like when you wake up in the morning, you're like, man, like look at all these choices. With me, that freaks me out. Because I have like all the tisms, man. Like, and it's me and my daughter. We joke about it, but like we got some issues. So for me, if I see different styles, and I'll be in my closet for like 45 minutes.
Oh shit!
I'll put something on, change. So now it's like I've got like 6 pairs of pants, all different colors, and like all black t-shirts. That's it.
Hey, easy peasy. That's what Mark Zuckerberg does. He keeps it simple, same shit all the time. Yeah, I feel it too. I think for me, like it was always like the bow tie and the suspenders. And like I would do an event, like I saw you at the We Serve, like it works because people remember. And then like,
well, you stuck out. Like totally.
No one else did that shit. I think I saw one other guy with the bow tie. And then,
well, the problem is with those events like that. And I mean, I don't need to put anyone on blast, but people are so negative even doing that event. You know what I mean? Any event, they're just like, oh, I mean, you go through the booth and they're sitting there.
Yep.
It's like, why are you sitting down?
Yep.
Like, there's 300 people there. Get out here and work the room.
Yep.
You know, I worked the room and, you know, I only talked to like 4 or 5 people, but I got all 4 or 5 people working together. You know what I mean?
Dude,
so,
it's huge. Yeah, I mean, we brought Dakota. Dakota did the headshots. Then I did a bunch of short form content. I had like 2 weeks of short form content ready to rock and roll that went out on social media, and that was going out when I was in California. So that was huge. You know, so I always, you know, cliff note for y'all out there, going to an event, bring a media person, bring someone that can film you and can go through the process of documenting or doing short form content, because the energy is already so much like it's up, it's interesting, it's great. The only thing about those events though too is it's the 90% that does like 10% of the business. It's not the top 10% that does 90% of the business, like the actual heavy hitters that go to those events, because they're too busy actually doing the work, like brokers tour and shit like that. You don't find a lot of those top performing agents because they're like,
and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, they've earned that. You know what I'm saying?
Correct. And that's where it's just like, out of the 28, I mean, we got 0 closings out of the 28 that set up appointments. That's not to say that we won't get someone that will eventually close. It's just a matter of like a lot of follow through, and it's not just going to be.
But if you think about that, those top producers, the guys that are, you know, whoever's closing them, they were there once.
Yep.
You know, you're just not going to walk in this business and crush it.
No.
It takes time.
Yeah.
And then even when you get there, it's like, all right, because it's like with me, I see people in our business and like, oh, I'm killing it. I'm like, you are today.
Yeah.
Let's see you in 5 years.
Yep.
You know, because this business can change tomorrow.
Yep. Oh my God. I would say that, you know, being able to pivot for everyone out there is so crucial. I'm 11 years in now. And then from COVID to this, you know, then how to navigate the shutdown, I did all these events real quick, you know, and then coming to Arizona, and then now moving out here, and how to like expand into this market. Right. And I've been slowly doing it because I already have the referral network and I don't need to really push as hard. And like people are coming in, the work speaks for itself. And I kind of like that vibe too, because then like you have like this inner network. And then if you know what I'm saying? And so we do eventually really like blow out, and then like blow up, and then like doing things with you, partnering with you, events like that. I like the contrast. It makes it fun. Yep. Hey, let's do a cool video. Let's make it happen. Did you see it yet? I don't know if I sent you, did I send you the text message? I don't think I did yet, but it was hilarious. I clicked it this morning and I was like, dang, like freaking. So Vitz is who's doing all of the stuff behind the scenes. Yep. I call her like my work wife. And so she was the very first person with us in the Philippines. I'm going to send you this text message right now. And so she basically was in like the debt collection space. And so she never really thought about getting into like tech marketing in the space that we're in. And so now we're going on like 5.5 years working together. And then she helps us with all these other people and what have you. And so I've worked with her to a point where I see your text message here. Damn, you were there almost for 30 minutes. So to a point where she's like literally like she's like my opposite, right? So I just sent you over to the landing page. I mean, come on, bro. But that's all her. She's freaking doing her thing.
Yeah, and you didn't have to tell her anything.
I didn't have to say shit.
Grabbed it.
But that's where it's just like, you know, you have to have like your websites out there, your social media out there, the flyers out there. There has to be something that gives like the wow factor. There's something with a design that can actually emotionally move you, and with emotions come motion, right? And so that's where it's like the landing pages, the videos, the freaking hype reels, getting it to a point where they're like the FOMO, the fear of missing out, right? Like, what are they going to miss out on? Well, show up.
Yeah, and if you guys actually show up and go to this and look at it, like, we're partnering up for a reason. I've had the software for a couple of years now. Great software, but there was always a missing link. Like, man, okay, I have it all. Now what do I need to do? You know, agents, you know, hate to say it, but some of them don't know how to work their CRM, their follow-up, their outreach. And with your systems, it does everything. Yeah. So we're going to build it up, get the lead gen coming in, get all the contact information, dump it to you, your team runs with it, and there you go.
I love that. Let's talk about in this segment a little bit about the software. How does it work? And what we could do is we could even do like if you went to like loom.com, quick little screen recording, you could show them like how to like what you showed me last week, how to like zone out, you know, a mile, whatever around a specific like address, and then how you can see all the stats. So this is going to be some insights. So if you're working with Jason and his team, what does it look like? How does the tool work?
Yeah, so it's basically like the old school farming approach, but on steroids.
I love it.
Right. So, and that's, farming's been around for 100 years.
Yep.
Chances are most agents don't do it.
No.
And you've seen it. I'll bring it up in my presentation. Like I'll type in, the realtor's home address, and I'll just go a square mile out, and it'll show 60 homes sold in their neighborhood. They sold 0.
Wow.
But they'll drive across town to go chase business, or they'll get on social to do a corny video.
Yep.
You're not working your territory, like your market. And not only that, but like how easy is this to actually be the true area expert? I know the restaurants, I know the schools, I know the people, I know the community. Like there's so much that's in your own little area that you're not working. And with our system, it's all analytics, a little bit of AI, and it's all data.
Yep.
Like data's king, man. The more that you know about everybody. So in a perfect world, I can literally type in your home address and I can tell you who's going to sell their house in the next 12 to 18 months.
Huge.
Analytically. Like it goes through our KPI system.
Yep.
Not that I'm saying they are going to sell, but if anyone was going to sell, this would be the best case scenario.
Love it.
And it's just not for listings. It could be buy side too. Loan officers, you're going to have their pay, because we'll get everything. We'll know when they bought, what they paid, what they owe, their interest rate, their payoff.
Wow.
Their monthly payment, like everything. And then we'll get their phone number and email address. So we literally take all that data, dump it into systems, start building out reaches. And it could be simple direct mail campaign, email campaign, something that you were talking about, building out funnels to where they're actually going to draw attraction to you, right?
Yes.
So, I hear it all the time. Well, postcards are so old school, they don't work. It's because you're not doing them consistently and you're not doing properly.
Yep.
Do you have a QR code on there? Do you have something, your socials on there? Are you putting stuff on there where they're going to go find you somewhere else?
Yep.
And that's the whole end goal with this is you basically want to be the Rafi Law Group in the neighborhood where you live, right? So everyone knows who Rafi is. Have you ever met him? No, but you've seen him, right? So that's our whole goal. When I meet with an agent, I basically break down their business plan from day one. All right, this is what you've been doing for the last 10 years.
Yep.
Let's put a 90-day, goal into, we're going to put this into play, and this is how we're going to play it out.
Yes.
So typically in the past, they would have all that, and they're running their CRM, but they don't have a website. They don't have this. And then when I met with you, I'm like, this is exactly what everyone needs. Like. Yep. So basically between our two platforms, it's a turnkey business.
Easy freaking peasy, dude. I love it, man. I mean, to relate to you, the biggest thing is the data I feel like gives confidence. It's like, say if I'm going to do a strategy call, I'm going to Google search, look up the agent, go to the social media, see what they're doing, kind of get an idea of like what you're up to, right, in the industry or your business specifically. And then after I understand, then it gives me the ammunition to navigate the conversation, just like you do with your tool to give y'all the navigation and the confidence to navigate your specific backyard. Because if like you showed last week, there's like 63 homes out of say, we'll say 6,000, whatever, it means 10%. Okay, cool. So now what could you do to go the extra mile, send out the postcard, dare you to scan it, right? Curiosity kills the cat. And then there's a video on the other side, which is a landing page. Then you can retarget, and then you can plant Facebook pixels, and there's other things you could do. And I think that like having that type of level of data gives you so much more confidence out there, so you can have more success with this process. And that's where I feel like we could work a lot smarter.
Yeah.
But people work way too hard. I work off referrals, the database. We're going to be giving out pies here soon. It's in November.
Here we go.
It's like your headshot hasn't been updated in like 30 years, right? Yeah. With all due respect, and everyone out there.
Or your social's completely filtered where it doesn't even. It's just like, can we just go back to reality here? You know what I mean? And going back to what you said is like, not that I'm saying that our software is like this rocket science stuff.
No.
But what I love about this data is once you know that individual situation, well, guess what my marketing pitch is going to be is how I can help them in that specific situation.
Market to the pain points.
It's just not, hey, I'm John, I'm the area expert, call me. They're never going to call you.
Nope.
But if I'm reaching out saying, hey, Steve, blah, 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 that changes the conversation. So,
yes.
And it just works. We've had it for a couple of years. And to be honest with you, the first year, it really didn't go anywhere because people weren't using it. And now that we're kind of pinpointing, because I just kind of went back in there like, man, how would I use this if I was on the other side? And I just built out 5 or 6 steps on what I would do as an agent. That's what my presentation is. I show them once they leave there, they're done. Everyone's chasing leads, and it's like, why are you chasing leads when I'm giving it to you right here and here? So, and it's cool because once you start working it, You can literally walk to the mailbox and like, oh, that's Steve's house. That's Stephanie's house. They bought this house 7 years ago. This house is worth $850. They owe $400. Like, you're going to know all this data.
Yeah.
And you are going to be the true expert.
Yeah. 100%. I love that. I feel like it gives, you're thinking about filming content and you're like, I don't know, I want to film content, maybe area content, whatever, moving to content. Like, your platform would give them more confidence to be like, yeah, this does make sense because there's this many homes that would be likely to list. There's this many missed opportunities that potentially could be my opportunities. And then you could imagine, like, how would it feel to serve those families? How would it feel to see your open house sign all around your fucking neighborhood? How does it feel to save on gas and not put a bunch of miles on your car and not have to get in a car accident and deal with fucking traffic? Like, there's so many things where I feel like people out there, back to what we were talking about a little bit earlier, is like, they just I got to pay bills. So I just work.
Well, they're winging it. That's what most people are doing. They're just, you know what I mean? They don't have a set schedule. They're not working like this is a full-time position. Like, and I always let everyone know, like, if you weren't doing this, what else would you be doing? You'd be working a 40-hour week, stuck somewhere that you hated. Even though that sucks, put that mentality into your business now. Like, treat it as a real job. It's you'll go to a class for an hour, and after the class, like, all right, what are you doing for the rest of the day? Oh, nothing. That was it. That's a non-productive day.
Yes.
And I tell people in my classes, like, if you pay attention to this class and get it set up, I promise you'll never have to go to a silly event again. You know what I mean? Like, because you see it. These agents are going from event to event to event, to happy hour, this and that. And you look back, it's been a year. Like, where's your production?
Nope.
Well, you put nothing into action.
Dude, I go to an event, Cliff Note, y'all, the book, download it now. The video to film it now. Like, I am like now, because I'm already there. I've already paid my money. I'm spending the time. I'm fucking there. I'm just going to get it done because I'm already there. And then I'm going to walk out of the event and be like, oh, I'm way ahead of everyone here because I've already done what I need to do, because that's exactly what it is. And then people say, oh, I have the notes and I'll go back to it. It'd be totally fine, but it's not totally fine. You guys and gals don't do it. And that's where I think, you really got to ask yourself, like, work smarter, not harder. I don't understand why, for some reason, agents keep on wanting to just chase the business, go wherever they want to go. You know what I've seen over the years, which is interesting? Individuals that come from corporate America have more success in real estate than individuals that don't, because they're used to SOPs and KPIs and having a set schedule. And it's that simple.
Well, chances are most in the industry couldn't even tell you what a KPI is. You know what I mean? And that's just...
Comment below if you know what a KPI is or SOPs. It's so true. And
which is nothing wrong with that.
No.
But that's the whole part of this business. Like, you should learn. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Because everyone wants the business, but even when you get the business, can you even handle that when it comes to your door?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you'd be surprised. Like, that's what I laugh about title. Like, you think that we only work on like paperwork and escrow. Our phone calls are like, how do I fill out? How do I do this contract? How do I do this addendum? I'm like, I'm not the realtor, like, but I can tell you what I see. You know what I mean? So it's comical,
Dude, I can imagine. So what would be like to have like a fun kind of segment? Like, what would be some of like the outrageous like questions, text messages you get from your agents that are like not even like questions you should be answering, but I'm sure you do?
I mean, it's kind of like that. Like, it's just like, what would you do or how to do this? And I'm like, call your broker, like call your team lead. Like, I don't, first of all, like, you should never be listening. I mean, yes, it's probably the right answer, but you should never be calling me for that. But I always talk to the escrow officer, man, because like the escrow officers that we have they're solid.
Yeah.
And they're not going to lead you down the wrong path. You know what I mean? So if you want to grow your business and get a bunch of deals, I'm your person. But like legalities and like how to help, that's my escrow officers.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot of crazy questions, man. Like, it's just fun. Like on a Friday, it'll be like noon. We'll get docs from the lender. Like, all right, can we close today? I'm like, yeah, we can. But like, why? Like, you should have had this plan before. You know what I mean? Like, or the simplest thing is like Friday.
Yeah.
Friday's end of month.
Yeah.
Like, why are we having
Halloween
contracts in a month? You get to dictate what day it closes.
Yeah.
Like, a smarter agent is closing on Tuesday or Wednesday. That way, if there's any hiccups, there's still a couple days there.
Smart.
But we're just known like, oh, all right, well, we'll end of the month, 30 days out. Like, why is it got to be 30? There's nothing contractually that says it has to be 30 days.
So it could be 25, 28, 27.
Or it could be past, whichever. Like, I mean, you don't want the additional days, but like, always try to close early.
What would you say the reason why it doesn't close early?
They just
because
don't know.
That's it?
Yeah. They're like, oh, put on the contract. We're going to close in a month. So typical title companies and lenders, like the end of the month is like a crazy day.
Yeah.
But we've kind of like in the past couple of years just kind of taught our clients, like, why are we waiting to the last day of the month? Let's try to close, 28-day close, 25-day close, whichever, right? That way when we close, it's going to be Tuesday or Wednesday. Your clients are getting the keys Thursday, Friday, whichever. They're going to be able to move that weekend.
Way happier.
You're risking it doing it on Friday. Hopefully we close by 5 o'clock in the day. That way they can get their keys. It's just a funny industry, man.
Interesting. Yeah, I think it's Friday. Okay, cool. And we getting paid.
Because what happens? What if there's a hiccup in the file and we don't close?
Yeah.
Chances are your client's already packed up and ready to move out where they're at. Now they got to sit around. I mean, we've had clients had to, go get a hotel for a couple of days.
Oh my God. So typically average closing time.
I mean, it's 30 days. Don't get me wrong, but you get to pick the day.
Got it.
There's nothing that says it's got to be the last day of the month.
Got it. So, okay.
Sooner the better.
So, okay, in the 25 to 27 range, y'all.
Yeah, I mean,
let's close at that point because it makes more sense, like you said, like have like a little bit of buffer before it's the actual weekend. They get the keys by that time, and then typically, how long does it take for an agent to get paid?
It just depends on what brokers are at. Some get paid right away as soon as they close. We wire everything, or we send it out, or it might have to go to their broker. They process it first, and then so it all depends.
Okay, yep. Got it. So then it would make more sense. Get it closed like Tuesday, Wednesday.
And there's nothing wrong with putting like the last day of the month on the contract, but like everyone, I mean, typically it all falls back on the lender. And now I'm calling out my lender partners. We'll get the docs from them last minute. Yeah, when we're supposed to have it 3 days before, whichever. But the processes are so dialed in that it should never happen that way. Yeah, it still does. Interesting. But we can handle it.
Lender partners, do you like lender partners and like they're obviously a power partner?
Yeah. I mean, not all of them. Yeah. You know what I mean? But the ones I work with, we just get along. Most of my clients are like my friends. Okay. We hang out on the weekends. Like if I haven't seen them in a while, it's a phone call. Yeah. Just good relationships. I mean, I have some clients that hear from me like 4 times a year. Wow. They don't need to hear from me. They're like, just handle my business, make sure it closes. Cool. You know what I mean? But I like lenders because they're the new title reps. Like in my class, I'll say, all right, who's the most annoying person right now? Raise your hand. And who is it? Loan officers. Because loan officers are struggling. So what they do, and they're calling agents all day long. Well, I mean, it's nothing wrong with that. But like what realtor is going to change their whole process to give you an opportunity? What they're going to do is give you a trash file that their lender couldn't do to see what you're always going to get the bad stuff first, right? Yep. So with my program, I'll actually teach loan officers exactly what I do in my presentation. Learn this, or better yet, get your 10 agents that you're working with. Let me sit down in front of them and we'll build a whole program for them. And I can tell you, we started doing this 2 or 3 years ago, just single individual loan officers. Yeah. That now started doing that. Now they have their own brokerage with loan officers and a ton of business.
Interesting. I love that. And honestly, for loan officers out there, and I've preached this for so many years, an agent is like a door handle. Okay. Everyone can take a turn. And it makes more sense to partner with like what you're saying, work with Jason, go through this route, work with Liftoff Agent, our route, because then you can be able to imagine you're the area expert. Imagine you're putting out the content. Imagine you're sending out the mailers and knowing the geographical farm area where you have the people that are most likely to list, where then you get the leads. So instead of you reaching out to the agents to get fucking the leftovers, who wants sloppy seconds? Yeah. And then you could be able to like pick any agent you want and be like, hey, I got 5 leads right now, pre-qualified, ready to go. I'm looking to build relationships with people that want to have a symbiotic relationship. Not that I'm going to send you a referral. You need to send me back a referral because you probably already have a relationship with some other, lender. But I want to start this relationship with here. I have a lead for you.
Yeah, and even with that whole scenario right there, I'll ask them like, all right, you've used this, your realtor, you've used your preferred lender for how many years now? How many deals have you ever gotten from that lender? Chances are 0 or 1. I'm like, perfect. With this program right here, I guarantee you're going to get 5 or 6 deals in the next 12 months.
Boom.
You can't compete.
You can't.
No. I mean, that's why, off topic now, we don't do JVs. We don't have to. You know what I mean? So, and that's my biggest challenge right now when I meet with the brokers, like, oh, we've got a partnership with another title company. That's great. I know you're getting money from that in a kickback, but that's minimal. Like, we're going to show you how to take this brokerage from 100 transactions a year to 300 transactions. That's real money.
It's not even comparable. No. You just can't. And I think, You obviously want to do business with someone that you know, like, and trust. It's hard to, like, come on. That's just the basic foundation of any relationship. And then you have to ask yourself, okay, well, it's like a coach, right? One coach might not be forever, and you outgrow that coach. Well, you might outgrow, that lender partner. And then it's like you want to get to the next level. Well, stay friends with that person, of course, and then say, hey, I want to take my business elsewhere because I want to get to 300, and they have systems and processes and tools that are going to help me get to that place. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I feel like everyone out there who's viewing and listening, you're already an hour in now, okay? Like, how much business has your lender partner given you? And this
or your title company.
Yeah, exactly.
They should be giving you business too.
Yeah, exactly.
But, traditionally in our business, it's like, gimme, which is fine. But like, here's the thing, like most title reps, their business is called business development, right? That's their title. But what business have they ever developed? So to me, I take it personal. Like, yeah, I've got a billet or whatever you want to call me. But if I'm not actually doing that, then that's accountability on myself.
Yes.
If I can't help you in your business, then I suck at my job.
Yes.
So there's just a difference.
Yeah. I think it makes a lot of sense too, as far as like from your tool and your perspective, what you're doing, there's a value proposition and there's a differentiation. It's not so much like, here's your scripts, get on YouTube. I have video editors to refer you, shit like that. Like, oh, we're going to talk about how to develop a logo, download Canva, wah. Like, no, it's like, here's a tool that's going to give you what you need. And then here's a company that we work with that can help you on the behind the scenes. And then you have a full on package that's like next level, and not here to talk shit on any title company out there.
No,
I just feel like
just a couple.
It's just too big buttons in color. It's like, it's too just elementary. It's like, it's just
generic.
It is very generic.
It's like, every Friday you'll see a realtor post weekend events.
Yep.
And it's the generic flyer that's been around I'm like, I guarantee you've never gotten a deal from doing a weekend events flyer.
No.
Now, if you're going to do that, do a green screen where you're actually in front of it talking about that flyer. Or better yet, just read the flyer on video. Or better yet, go into the community and show what you're doing. There's so many different ways you can do it. But the problem is we just get so jaded in our industry where you're just doing it to do it.
Yep.
And it's like you're getting
I was told to.
Yeah. And if you look at the likes, oh yeah, I got 15 likes on it. They're all realtors.
Keep It Current Matters told me. It was next in the line.
I mean, you could go out on a list of all the market updates, like overkill.
Dude.
Direct consumer doesn't even understand what you're talking about. Like,
not at all.
Dumb it down. Explain how you'd want to be talked to.
Yeah.
If you were the direct consumer.
Yeah.
So it's just, don't just do it to do it. Like, have a meaning and a reason why you're putting stuff out there.
And to put a bow tie on that, add your personality to the equation. That you are not a robot. Add the personality, bring in your kids, bring in your partners, whatever else, have some fun with it. Like, I was imagining, like, okay, cool. Like, you're going to do a Friday, like, things to do over the weekend. Well, last weekend, you filmed a video with your family, going to the pumpkin patches during Halloween. You had a lot of fun. You filmed the whole thing. You put it together. You put it on YouTube. Boom. Now post that shit out and then send it out to all your customers. Now they're building know, like, and trust, and they're seeing all the shit that you did. Now they have FOMO. They don't want to miss out. So now they're going to do it. Yeah. And then you're going to get these DMs of like, oh my God, Jenny, I just did this. This is so great. I rode the freaking train. It was like so fast. And I was like, and then that turns into more opportunities to have the conversation that can turn into more like, oh my God, awesome. It's 5 years. Can you imagine your house? How are you liking it? Oh my God, I love it. But now I think we need more space. Oh my God, right? Be a fucking human.
Yeah.
Imagine all those things happening. But yeah, man, this has been amazing. I can't believe like 20, almost 30 minutes. He's outside getting bit up by mosquitoes. But at the end of our show, we like to leave our viewers and listeners with something that you want to give to them as a bow tie, as a let's bring it all together full circle. For agents out there listening, maybe a mortgage company listening, what would you like to tell them to finish off our show, to like put bookends?
Man, I would just, if you're out there and whether you're struggling or you're just doing, you're doing good, but you're just trying to figure out another way, just shoot me a text, DM, whichever, get in front of me. We can hop on a Zoom call, meet me in person, whichever. I guarantee when you sit down and leave, you're going to be blown away of how we can help you.
Hey, I'll give you also my recommendation on that. And same thing on my side too. Like, you know, we like to like serve, support, you know, no obligation strategy call. It's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Links down below. It's 30 minutes over Zoom. Not a big deal. All your contact information be down below as well. And, you know, at the end of the day, our whole podcast is just designed to like help just one of you have more liftoff. No point intended, sponsor of our show. So Jason, thanks so much for being on.
Appreciate it.
I really appreciate it. Thanks for turning around, trusting that I'm actually here.
I was gone.
I should have been like, Dorco, let yourself in, have some tea. To all the reviews and listeners, thank you so much for watching. Really do appreciate it, as it is our intention for you to take things from an episode, apply to your business, have more massive success, and best of luck out there. We'll see you all on the next one.